King, mommy, so sugar cane sweet, but your love is sweeter. So below juice mixed with a little ginger. Oh, girl, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time.
Good morning.
I wanna live with you. I got the reason why I can't let go.
A very good morning to you all once again, and you are still on to the breakfast show. And like we rightly mentioned, we have a very special guest in the house with us this morning. Our special guest on Say It on GOCOM today is the ambassador to Nigerian ambassador to Republic of Ireland, Mrs. Ijeoma Obiezu, and she's holding concurrent accreditation to Iceland. My guest this morning obtained a Bachelor of Arts degree in French language and is pursuing her postgraduate studies in international relations. The Nigeria Embassy is organizing a trade and investment summit in Dublin, where, when, how, objectives, everything you need to know. Ambassador Mrs. Ijeoma Obiezu is here this morning on the breakfast show on GoCom Radio to shed light on it. Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, my sister. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, same here. We are happy to have you.
Mhm.
So before we talk about the trade summit, you came to Ireland as the ambassador in the midst of the pandemic. What
Yeah.
has been your experience, your challenges so far?
Well, when I came in, like you rightly said, there was some level of restriction, though I was told that it was partially lifted, but you could see that there was a lot of restriction, health rules and all of that. And that made, for about 4 or 5 months, that made my work to be static. I must use that word, because there was no in-person meetings, no meetings, no celebrations. Even those who observed their national days and independence, everything was done virtually. So we resorted to virtual meetings rather than in person. So it was, well, it was an experience. You know, the only thing that is constant is change. And that change, to a great extent, brought to us so many experiences, and of course, helped us to know that apart from in-person meetings and all of that, that there could be some, meetings, virtual meetings, that will still achieve the same aim as in-person meeting. But I wasn't happy, I must let you know, because I was eager and desperate to meet my colleagues, to launch out, to meet the host government, to start my work, but everything was, stepped down because of the restriction. Yeah. Mm.
Okay, well done. And you've been doing fantastically well since then. And that brings us to the trade summit. Will
Yeah.
this be the first summit you are putting together as the ambassador since you came?
Yes, that's the first. Like I said, I was kind of static, and when I came in, so you couldn't do much without going to meet people. There are levels that virtual meetings can't, work out on. And eventually, when the lockdown was lifted, though the health rules and regulations are still in place, I decided that instead of moving from one office to the other, which I would have done 4 or 5 months ago, the best thing is to put up this summit where the host government and Nigeria, that is Ireland and Nigeria, can meet to really, deliberate on bilateral relations. And of course, our business community, the private sector, where they can also meet to see areas of possible collaboration and partnership.
Okay, apart from that vision for this summit, what are the other objectives for it?
The other objective is very clear. It's a trade and investment summit. There are no relations between country and country if they don't share trade culture, because this true trade, people to people relation is established. And through that also people learn other people's culture and, appreciate what those people stand for. And Yes, the relation between Nigeria and Ireland has been a very long-standing one, dated from even post-independence, and it has been cordial and mutual, but there is always room for deepening of relation. And the best way to do that after the COVID and after Brexit, if you permit us to say that, is through trade and investments. It's a two-way thing. It shouldn't be lopsided and all of that. So we are trying to strike a balance where there should be free flow of trade and investment across the border.
And thank you for that. And deepening relations between Ireland and Nigeria, what does that really mean? How will that impact Nigerians in Ireland? And what does it mean for Nigeria, maybe everywhere in the world outside Ireland?
What it means is quite enormous, my sister, because if such is established, while we bring in the government in the Trade and Investment Summit, the government doesn't do business, we all know, but they set the pace for the private sector in which they run with to make business very easy for them to transact across the border. So talking about what it holds for Nigerians in diaspora, at home and everywhere globally, it brings about what Nigeria stands for. This summit will also open up what Nigeria has and what Nigeria can offer to the world, not only just to Ireland, and it will create job opportunities, business opportunities will be created. It's a one-stop summit, and it's all encompassing, where people will come in, they will meet partners, or they will even find one, where they don't exist. And then the government also giving them the necessary backup, to excel in those areas. So it's an opportunity created for Nigerians, both home and abroad. Yeah.
Thank you for that. And would you like to explain maybe some of the activities that will make the objectives happen and probably mention some keynote speakers?
Yes, based on what the name is a trade and investment summit. We are engaging the Ministry of Trade, Industry, Trade and Investment of Nigeria. The Minister of State will be coming on board, and hopefully her counterpart here, of course, is a bilateral thing, will also be on board, so that at that level they will have to discuss, they will deliberate and brainstorm. They're also part of the speakers. We are bringing on board the Nigerian Import Promotion Council. We are bringing the Nigerian Export Promotion Commission. All of these put together, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which is the parent ministry on both sides, are going to supervise how this thing goes. So basically, we have handpicked, the core areas that concerns trade and investment. And we are looking at aviation. My sister, we travel from here to Nigeria. Either we pass through Germany, we pass through UK, we pass through Turkey, and all of that, flying all around. And it comes from our purse. And we have a whole lot of Nigerians traveling from Ireland to Nigeria. We can even make it a connecting a place for people who are traveling all over the place, just like UK does. So we are looking at aviation, agriculture. You can't talk about Nigeria without talking about agriculture, as well as Ireland. We can share ideas in those areas. Education, already, we all know about it. We can also share ideas, exchange ideas and exchange courses and programs as well, as far as education is concerned. And that in Nigeria now, globally, everybody knows that Nigeria is doing well in the areas of ICT. Our youths are doing well. So if we also share some ideas in that aspect, it is not bad. We can exchange ideas, we can exchange program, to help our youths, both the island youths and of course the Nigerian youths. It's all encompassing, like I said. We have so many sectors coming on board. The industrialists, we also have oil and gas, we have mining, and so many other ones. So with the hope that bringing them together, we'll look at it and see where it can benefit both countries together.
Thank you for that. So will you be looking at collaborations with private sectors as well? Because you mentioned agencies and ministries and all that. Would there be opportunity for business owners in Ireland, maybe ethnic minority-owned businesses and maybe outside island as well?
Yes, if you check our website, the summit is carrying everybody along. The business, like I said, the summit, the chief drivers of the summit is the private sector. We are these agencies, MDAs that I made mention of, without the necessary policies and agreements, the MOUs, this private sector cannot fly very high. So they need such backing from the government. That's why I mentioned the MDAs that I mentioned. But the private sector, are the chief drivers of this summit because they are the ones that will do business. So they will meet their counterparts who are coming from Nigeria to see areas of possible collaboration, possible technical and financial assistance, and all whatnot. So yes, the private sector, the minority and all of that, everybody has an opportunity. You will always find a place to stand in the summits.
Thank you, Mrs. Ambassador. And why hoping the summit will contribute to a stronger business relationship between Nigeria and Ireland? Apart from the summit, are there other plans or strategies the embassy is looking into to kind of foster greater investment opportunity between Nigerians here and those in Nigeria?
Yes, beyond the summit is not a 2-day or 3-day fun fair. Is not just the summit and it ends there. The summit, after the summit, we already have a plan on ground where there will be post-summit follow-up on what happened during the summit. And we have the Irish Nigerian Business Association, partnering with the embassy in this summit to make sure that the follow-up, the necessary follow-up is done after the summit. Again, it also creates a room where even our Nigerians in Ireland, where a situation where if they want to be part and parcel of, the across-border business and transactions, this is also an opportunity created for them to also leverage on to make sure that they cash into it and make the most of it as it comes.
Thank you so much. So you mentioned website the other time that if you check the website, would you like to tell us the website? And for participants who would like to be a part of this, individuals, business owners, and all of that, how do they register? How do they get involved?
Yes, everything I have said here so far, most of it, all the questions they need to answer, they need to ask, they are contained in the website, and it is www.nigerianislandsummit.com, www.nigerianislandsummit.com. When they go in there, all the questions they may be needing to ask is contained, and whereby they need more clarification. There are, contact numbers, both call and WhatsApp that is there, that whatever you need clarification for, you can email such contacts or WhatsApp them or call them for more clarification. So that will suffice.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Let's move away a bit from the summit.
Okay.
You are a grassroots politician, a very good one at that. And Nigeria is getting set for presidential elections 2023.
Yes.
I'm not even sure whether you are going to be the first Nigerian president, but I won't go there. But then, what message do you have for Nigerians in diaspora, Nigerians at home, Nigeria all over the world?
Well, this period is a very important season and period for us, not just the presidential election. We have all the elections ranging from State House of Assembly, National Assembly, Senatorial, the governorship, and then the presidential election. You see, wherever one finds him or herself, life is in phases and men in sizes. The most important thing is people coming out to say, I think I can do this, and you get into it and do it, and people will see and actually acknowledge that you did well. At this auspicious time, what my advice to people, to Nigerians in diaspora and even at home, is that everybody should get involved. You may not have the PVC, the permanent voters card, to cast your vote as a Nigerian because you have not registered at home, fine and good. But you have your relations at home, that you can speak to say, have you gotten your PVC? Make sure you could do the right thing. Okay, look at the permutation we have. This person could do better from 2023 going forward. You see, in life, somebody said that the world is ruled by those who show up. And if the so-called wise refuses to show up, that they'll be led by mediocres. And peradventure, you feel that the Nigerian of your dream and aspiration is not with what is on ground now. It behoves on the person to make moves to see that whatever is the dream and aspiration is actualized through the leadership you put in position at every given time. So this is the time to make that decision, and a very wise one too. Nigeria is on the move. Nigeria is moving forward, and with the hope, I'm very optimistic. We will get it right. We'll get it right. Life is a process, so we'll get it right by the grace of God.
Amen. I hope so. I hope we get it right, especially this time around, because personally, I think the time to get it right is now. And
Yes.
talking about Nigerians in diaspora, I just want to ask quickly, is there any plan in place for Nigerians wherever they are to be able to vote? Because whatever is happening in Nigeria is impacting on every one of us. Like you rightly mentioned, we have our relations there, our families, our loved one. That is our root. That is where we came from.
Mm.
Are there any, plans or strategies or things in place for us to be able to vote wherever we are?
Per day, per minute, per hour, life evolves. Before now, we don't have any umbrella, championing the cause of Nigerians in diaspora. But now we have such an umbrella, the Nigerian Diaspora Commission, led by Honorable Bike Dabiri. And she has brought forward to National Assembly, a proposal where the Nigerians in diaspora can be part and parcel of the decision making as regards elections and who becomes our leader. She has put forward that proposal. The National Assembly, they are still on it. They stepped some down, they accepted some, they upheld some. But I can assure you that she is not relenting on that, because there is every need for every Nigerian, irrespective of where you reside, to make input. If you want a Nigerian of your dream, to make input in the areas of who leads Nigeria at every given time. So in no distant time, they can't just say, okay, I'm a Nigerian, you vote. There is a process, there is a procedure. When it's backed up by law, then the necessary procedure will start and people will get registered. Just like we are registering them as they come to the embassy, you must register, to have your name. That is the first step you have started. We are doing that currently now. That is to show you that we are interested in Nigerians in diaspora, and we're interested in their welfare, and we're interested that they also get integrated and involved in what we do at home. So yes, is a process and is in progress currently.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Ambassador. And talking about passports, there has been unusually long processing time this time around for whether you want to renew, whether you want a reissue of Nigerian passports. What is really happening?
Well, probably you are talking from, I don't know when last you visited the embassy, or whoever that gave you that information. It's been long, the person, that individual visited the embassy. That is the essence of leadership. When a leader comes on board and you look at things and you have received people on courtesy visits who, aired their view about how things are run in the embassy, it behoves, on that leadership to see areas of making positive change. to ameliorate the pains and sufferings of the people they are serving, because we're actually here to serve. If you can, you have a very good platform. So make further inquiry about the services of the Nigerian Embassy Dublin in particular now. Things have changed. We may not be where we want to be, but believe me, things have changed tremendously. Those songs that were sung in the past, they are no longer the songs of today, because people are served based on merit now. And you don't come here anymore to while away time or to make complaints, because you'll be attended to at the appropriate time and accordingly. So long as you follow the instructions given out in the website on how you go about your application and then your visitation to the embassy, you'll be attended to in no distant time. You'll be attended and off you go. So things have changed, my sister. Make your personal inquiry. I make bold to say that.
Okay, we are going to do more inquiry, but what we have now as at now is that even to book an appointment for the passport, maybe after the appointment, the process is fast. But now for somebody that booked appointment in this month, the nearest appointment the person got is in August. That is June, July, 3 months to even have an appointment for a passport that's going to kind of expire for renewal in couple of weeks. But maybe the processing time is faster if the embassy can just help with the getting appointment. Like 12 weeks is a lot of time for passport appointment. If something can be done about that.
Okay, I will look into it with those who are managing the services of passport issuance and all of that, and we'll see what we can do to reduce the time frame. I'll find out why it is that long, and then we'll look at what we'll be able to do.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
And that brings us to the language game. But before then, I don't know if you have the final word, maybe regarding your message to Nigerians in Ireland, maybe regarding the summit, or any message you'd like to pass now.
Yes, my message is that the message of the summit is out there already. And I beckon on Nigerians, of course, and the Irish community, especially the business community, to get on board. This is going to be a one-stop summit, but the dividends and the gains from it, will leave a legacy even after us. So there is every need to leverage on this summit to expand, our relation and to also deepen it across board. And also Nigerians who may have been, being desirous of doing business at home from Ireland to Nigeria. This is also an opportunity, not just the Irish business community, but Nigerians who are also here can leverage on this summit to see ways of possible trade, across the border. And then to all Nigerians in Ireland in particular, my message has been consistent and very simple. I may be the conventional ambassador, but every given Nigerian in diaspora is an ambassador of Nigeria. How you behave, how you carry yourself speaks volume of Nigeria and Nigerians. So let them keep being the ambassadors of Nigeria. Nigeria is a great nation, irrespective of what we feel and think about it currently. Nigeria is a great nation. God has made it to be so. We only need to keep moving and we'll get to our destination. Thank you.
I really love that message, and I agree totally with you on that.
Yes.
And this brings us to language game. We do language game because GOCOM Radio is the premier ethnic minority interest community radio in Ireland, but not just that. We are also the first multilingual community radio in Ireland, bringing as many languages of ethnic minorities as possible into our broadcast. And that is why we have language game with all our guests. And our language game works is that you get to teach me a word, a phrase, or a song in any language of your choice apart from English language. English language is kind of like the radio language, but we want to change that.
Mm.
I know you have first degree in French language,
Yeah.
so I'm not sure whether you are teaching us French this morning or any other language that you are comfortable with. And I'm going to teach you a word or phrase in a language as well.
Well, you took me unawares. You never told me about this. I thought I was coming to just do my business and get away
No, no,
without
no. We
that.
have to play game.
Okay, so how is it done? I can give it a trial.
So you are going to teach me a word or a phrase or anything, but in a language, any language of your choice apart from English language. You've been speaking English language since forever.
Okay, let me just say, je t'aime beaucoup. You know what that means?
Ujozemboko.
No, je t'aime beaucoup.
Jotemboko.
Yes, je t'aime beaucoup.
That should be thank you very much. Something.
No, not at
Oh
all.
God. Teach me.
I love you so much.
I love you so much.
Yes, je t'aime
Wow,
beaucoup.
that's a beautiful one. Thank you. Thank you. Jotemboko. I
Yeah,
love you so much.
yes, I love you very much. Either way, I
Very
love
much.
you. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Then
Mm.
I'm going to teach you I love you very much
Mm.
and well done in Yoruba language.
Oh, wonderful.
Mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ gan.
Munife go.
Good. Fantastic. That is I love you so much.
Oh,
And kú iṣẹ́. Kú
kush,
iṣẹ́.
kushe.
That will be well done.
Okay, okay.
Well done. And I'm saying we love you so much,
Yeah.
Ambassador Ijeoma, for being a wonderful ambassador to Nigeria. Not here. Anyone who knows you in Nigeria knows this is not like the first job. You've
Mm,
always been an ambassador before becoming a conventional ambassador. We
that's
want to say
right.
we love you for doing a great job, and also Kuishe
Ah,
saying well done for the great job you are doing.
thank you very much. Thank you.
And the date of the summit is June 30,
Yes, to 2nd of July.
2nd of July,
30th
and
of June to 2nd of July, yes.
30th of June to 2nd of July. And we look forward to making a change, making an impact in
That's
Ireland with that summit. It's going to be a summit never to be forgotten.
exactly the points.
Thank you so much for being here this morning, Mrs.
Thank
Ambassador.
you.
Looking
Thank
to
you.
having you on the show another time.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too. The breakfast show continues after this break. Thank you for staying with us.
Thank you very much for having me.